Hello, hello, my crafty friends. It is Thursday, and we're going to work on trying to wrap up some cards here. So that I can be done with this and put some things away. I need to share this out really quick, guys. I hope this week has been treating y'all well. I know that it's kind of been a little bit crazy. And a lot of people worried about a lot of different things. So let's just take a break for our mental health. And, oops, that's not what I want. My email's out of control, you guys. Love it. Not quite straight. Gonna try and get this a little bit straighter. And say hello when you get here. See how that looks? Oh shoot, it's not the 3rd. I have to change the date on this. It's actually the 6th, which is just insane to me to think that we are that far that fast. And I'm still waiting for reports to finalize. It takes 5 business days. So the 1st and the 2nd were on a Saturday, so they don't count. Okay, we have our Crafty time, Croptastic tomorrow, Saturday. Gosh, I'm so confused. I don't even know what I'm doing. And anyway, hi Miss Connie. I'm going to sort of be using my, let me see if this will keep me up. Yep, it kept me up. How are you doing today? So I need to take a look at some pictures that I've got going up here, just kind of some references. And I am doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I have some ideas that I want to mess around with a little bit. Actually, I haven't done this in forever. Oh my gosh, I don't even know why I'm trying this. There's so many boxes in the way. Well, I think I'm going to do this. I might not get to do this. We'll see. Grab my birthmark. I might do some heat embossing maybe if I can do this right. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to play with a few little odds and ends. Let's see where I got going on here. All right. So one of the cards that we're going to do today, and this is the last of these cards because after that I have to kind of move on to some other things. And I do need to have my cutter out. We're going to make and create sort of as a crazy little deal. But there's one that if I get a chance to, I really want to try and make something that's kind of like it, but not totally. All right. So we have 2 cards here that we're going to work on, but we're going to start off with this card here. Just chopped up some pieces. I cut this and the first one is 3.5, the second one is 9 inches for anybody who wishes to write some things down. Let me go back to this. How's your week been, Connie? Oh, I have so much to do before I leave to Raleigh. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab my tape. Hi, Regina. And I have some pieces here. So I'm going to make a little pocket card. And I've cut up the fronts of some of the cards. Got a little crazy. this. My dog hair is all over the place. Kind of need a nap. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I'm going to use my tape and tear, and I'm going to just create a pocket card. I'm actually going to try and do a bunch of these. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. You're catching, oh, that's right, because you were gone to Hawaii. What was your favorite part of Hawaii, Connie? And would you go back again? That's sort of the question of the day, if you will. Okay. All right. Pop this up. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive here. I'm going to roll that out. So I have a space. There's my Amazon card at. I always keep this crazy Amazon card up here. Has a little sticky thing so it stays on my stand. And there you go. Your Amazon card can fit in either direction. So you can do whatever you want. And Regina, how has your week been? I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to add some of this pretty patterned paper. All right, so in the Facebook group, guys, there are some important announcements about price increases. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of odds and ends. Price increases across the board, but I also provided an explanation of what's going on with cardstock. Yes, great. Yes, we are doing Croptastic on Saturday. So if you're not registered, you know, please take the time to. I'm going to be working on trying to create like 25 cards that I can take to convention with me, and maybe some people will have some extra cards that they'll want to swap. I did not join any swaps because I could not guarantee that I would have the time, with the end of the year being next week. Slightly tiring, yeah. I am actually quite exhausted. So I have this cute thing, and I'm going to take my little basil and trying to decide. Yeah, I'm going to put him down flat. I want to show you what I did on all the envelopes that I have too. I think they're okay. This is what you're not supposed to do. Just as a mental note, where's my eraser? We do have a glue eraser, but this was not what I was supposed to do. I'm not sure. So I did track down our friend Dai, just so y'all know. Here it is. It's a silly thing I did. So let's put this on, but not on. Your tip of the day is to do not what I did. What is it? Do as I say, not as I do. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness for these erasers, man. And if you search for them on Amazon, they're like glue erasers. You're going to do this. So that looks cute. And then I'm going to take our cute little guy here, and I'm going to 3D foam tape him. Now, these were used differently on the cards, but the amazing discovery that these images actually match the ones that are on these little cards makes for some great creating, you know? You can really go off. I cannot wait to hear about Hawaii. I miss it. I miss being on the islands a lot. Okay, so I like that. But now I'm going to add a little bit of, how do I want? Do I want dark? And I want to make a little shadowy thing here. I have like 1001 paper pumpkin box use. When you're drying your brushes, this is a great thing to use in case anybody needs a brush dryer. And the reason I want to do this is I want to really kind of have a shadowing down here. The center of the flowers are not going to be underneath here. They're not going to be seen, so I am not really worried about ruining that picture. So I'm going to start all of my spin here, and I just want to make sure that I have enough to kind of give an outline of the plant, does that make sense, so that there's some illusion of some shade in here. Okay, should we do this? Close that. And we use that. We do that all the time. Yeah, those boxes actually make some pretty handy uses. So now when I put this down, maybe, if I can put it down correctly, I will get this to be up a little bit higher because I want the basil statement down here to show. So now I think that looks really neat when you do that piece. I probably could have had a little bit more brown on that end. Not going to mess with it though, because I know that I will end up ruining the stamp. So I'm going to have, or not the stamp, but the card, because I'll get ink everywhere and then I will not be happy with it. I've been using these cute little dots. These are still available. Unfortunately, right this second, I cannot recollect the name of them. But the colors go just really, really nicely with the palette that we're using here. So add some little pink. And of course, you can put as many dots on here as you want. It is your card after all. And I come down here, blue, pink, I need a little baby green. All right, so here's a pocket card made from pieces. I guess kind of a nifty little use of your scraps. I'll show you some other cards that I managed to get made here. These are the envelopes I did. So you put your card into here, and I stamped the chives so that when you see this, and Sending Love is in that stamp set, and stamp that across there. So all of my envelopes are done. Cuteness, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so now we're going to do another one of these cards. This is going to be a Z-fold. I am actually terrifically fond of Z-fold cards. I do not know why. Okay, trying to think about this. I want to do 5.5. Try and get 2 more cards out of this. I still will probably have the ability. Oh, I don't want 5.5. I want 5.25. I also have the ability to probably make a few more cards. So I'm up to like 10 cards out of this 9-card pack that are all. Only 3 of them are the same as the directions. Recommend that you do. I know I want the envelopes to be sold as is. So if you buy Amazon or go to Amazon and you buy your envelopes in bulk, I would highly recommend that you consider stocking up, just like you stock up in any cardstock shades that you like, because prices are going to be going up. And you know, we see this with all our companies, so try and hang on to the price points for as long as they can to not shift it. But with everything happening, they are no longer able to absorb the costs. Okay. Now, I did keep this little cute butterfly, and it's kind of, shoot, got a little crazy with the sponge dauber. And it goes, kind of goes with these, oh my goodness, little tag things. See? Pretty cute, huh? Then I have, look at all these cards I still have left that I can make, and all these pieces. So do not be shy. With what you create here. You know, I got out of a tape, and I want to look at, so this is the plaids, Mad for Plaid or something along those lines that could be easily pulled into this. That looks decent. Gonna pull it in because I can. Oh wait, I'm doing pink. I can't do blues. Well, I could do blues with pink, but not quite what I wanted. Okay, well, we might be doing blues with pink because that's too off. That's really pretty too. I'm going to pull that out. It might end up on another card. Not quite the color palette that I'm after. So this is one of those cute little packs that's up there that you can grab. Yeah, that's not the right pink. All right, and it's much more autumny colors. Kind of, which packet is this? I don't know. I'm looking at it, not finding it. All right, I'm gonna need to cut up one of my good cards here. I'm gonna cut 2 pieces, and I'm just gonna check this. And they're going to be 2 inches wide, 5 1/4 inches long. I'll have to cut this down a little bit. 5 1/4. And 2 inches on one, and put that back into there. And then I'm going to, let's see, well, this green looks really good, actually. I could skip the, so we're going to do 5 1/4 again. So see, hi Dina, welcome. And I think I'm going to go with this. So we're pulling in some other colors that work with the colors that they have picked, but I want this butterfly to play into this one. Okay, so hopefully by Friday I will know, I will have my reports. Okay. And that'll fold up and open like that. And then I'm going to grab this piece here. Now this has like a coppery metallic-y. Hello, Jennifer. How are you, my friend? And this is going to go here like this. Now, it does have a little bit more narrow because I did 2 inches and it's like a 7/8. But I like how that looks. And then I'm going to grab these cute little tags. I think I'm going to use them this way. Can you guys hear my mind thinking? I got a bunch of these pink tags. All right, so I'm going to use 3 of these pink tags across the front. I have no idea how this is going to work. Just putting it out there for the record. So we know that we can put, stamp before you attach these. Sending love to a wonderful friend. Sending love. Hey, we're doing pretty good this time, guys. And then I had this, so thankful for you. Now, the pink is nice, but it's looking a little like it needs some help here. I'm going to bring some collage-y into this, but I want to do tone on tone, and this pink is, I believe it's bubblegum or bubble bath. I think bubblegum. So Dina and Jennifer, how have your weeks been here? So I'm just trying to wipe out the dead space so it doesn't look so bland. All of the other pieces in this have some sort of texture on. By using this very fine print, I am just creating a little bit of a background. I'm going to stamp it in the brown for the words. So I don't want to use, you've been super busy too. I am really ready. I'm actually ready for the end of the year to be here, which is next week on Friday, because everybody will take a break and I'll get to breathe for a little bit. So I am really all about the end of the year. So I put this over here, and then I'm going to grab this cutie patootie here, which is my brown, and I love my brown. Just a little bit of dabbing here. Now, none of these cards really have like a, what do you call it, like I didn't really case these. I'll tell you when I actually like copy and share. Like Jennifer's, okay guys, stamp set went where? Oh my goodness, girl. Jennifer Smith really inspired a lot of the stuff that I did on the other ones. So I'm going to do Sending Love to a Wonderful Friend. And then I'm going to take my thank you that I have here, and I'm going to center this one. So I put one on the left, one on the right, and one in the center. Oh shoot. Okay, this is something that happens with rubber stamps, is it's very easy to get re-inked on things. So make sure to have wet wipes, things around, and make sure to check this. So I'm going to re-stamp this. I'm going to wipe it off. But part of that thing when I'm telling you to tap lightly, don't squish it in, is because of things like that. So we're going to do this. Make sure to not rock the stamp like I did earlier. Much better. Not totally sure. All right. So I actually put in an order for cardstock of stuff that I would normally use a lot. Like I use the sapphire or a Night of Navy, something like that. I use peacock a lot, browns. So colors that I actually like use the grays. I don't know what I'm doing here, just throwing a few odds and ends around. I'm actually gonna go get my nails done. You've been packing for a crop on Saturday. Yeah, you know, my husband has a love-hate relationship with our crops that we want to go to. Okay, so this is going to be the first one. I am not going to push these down. I am going to play just a little bit. Wonderful friend, sending love, so thankful for you. Now, little trick, if you're doing something like this where you're centering 3 things, yeah, and there is 2-tone cardstock in there, so know that that's an option when you're doing your 12 by 12, that they have a bunch of that, but it's all going to be going up. You know, Stampin' Up's been fairly steady with their pricing, but there's only so much they can absorb. Okay, so there we go. Cuteness, I think. Totally different looking card, not something that anybody may have come up with. I hope you're getting some ideas, Connie, because I know that you like to play with your paper pumpkins. She's very talented, our friends. And then I'm actually going to put my butterfly in here, because my butterfly is going to pop up a lot better. Not just a little bit, but a lot better being on the inside of this. One of my antennas came off, guys. I have damaged the butterfly. Whoops. Now, I thought I was doing a good job of keeping said antenna, so I could just put it on. Okay, well, I will add my missing antenna as soon as I find it. Gosh darn it, I know it's there. But it's kind of peeking out there, right? You're a few boxes behind. Well, tomorrow, chop, 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 right? And then I'm going to add, I'm going to use my pink gems here, pearls. But these are actually, I think they're like $7, maybe $8 a pack, and they are really pretty colors that work extremely well with this particular paper pumpkin. Just a little cheat sheet. These little butterflies come from the white embellishment section, the white and the white ones, and I have to stop and look at what I'm doing here. Oh, I love it when I do that. And it's cutely hidden, so I'm going to put some up here. And yeah. Feel the need to kind of balance this out here. All right. So here you go. Card number 2. And let's see. I was going to do this, and I had another inside here. Could have sworn I had another inside. I really like this color plaid, so we're going to figure out something to do with this. See, Connie, I still can make more cards. It's like really seriously crazy, some of the stuff. And I put up some pictures of some of the amazing stuff that people have done. I've absolutely just loved it. And I grab one of these big ones that's in here. Like that, because they have the same sides. So we're going to keep that. I'm going to find my white paper. I can't, oh, here it is. I was like, I cannot believe I've lost that in 10 seconds. But here we go. See how fast we can make this card. And, you know, for me, sometimes in the beginning, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, and people start posting up some really amazing art, and then I'm like, I get this inspiration, and I'm off and running. I love patterns, and I love having great samples, which is why you'll see me upload and a bunch of samples, you know, people from other consultants. I encourage you to follow people. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I love that color together. We're going to go with 4 inches by 5 1/4 is our first mat. Then I'm going to pull in this for some pop of color, and that's going to be 3 3/4 inch by 5 inches. So I'm taking it down 1/4 inch, so then there'll be 1/8 inch. That is a edge. Oh, look at that. That is really, really pretty. I need to buy like 10 more sets of cocoa cardstock here. No, espresso cardstock, because it just is so simply beautiful. Look at that, you guys. Yay. That makes my heart happy, those colors. And they really are going to pop that mint. We're going to do the mint piece here. All right. So we have these cute little blotchy things, right? And this is either Coastal Cabana. No, that's not quite right. Maybe Pool Party. It's definitely not Pretty Peacock. Well, we're going to use this. And I'm going to just add a few little ink splotches here. We used to, before we had acrylic, we used to call this offending rubber. And oftentimes I would try to cut offensive rubber off. But part of it is I just have to really work at being not so heavy with the tapping on here, because let me tell you what, it does not take a lot to get a lot of ink on here. Okay. So I've added some ink splotches. I'm going to put our tag here, and it's going to go off to the side because I'm going to put this there. And I'm going to put this one on flat, but I will, if I can locate my thin 3D foam tape quickly, which is sometimes a challenge. I'm going to put that there. I'm not doing too bad. Our Dai didn't join us again. I did track her down this weekend, and she seemed to be... Anybody else going to a crop besides Dina? Okay. I'm just adding a little bit of this for shading. Probably need a little bit more ink. I want to have a shadow behind the one that I'm going to pop up. Okay. Now the thing I love about the mint and some of the other ones that they have in here is they have this sort of multicolors in it. And what I want is for this to provide like a background of shadow, but this to be nice and clean when we put it up. Next month, good to be planning ahead. Oh my gosh, guys, we have a major accomplishment. So I'm going to, next week is not going to be, there's no regularly scheduled planned lives because I'm going to be in Raleigh, South Carolina for, look at that, guys, for the CTMH, or CTMH, for the Stampin Up convention, essentially is what it is. And I am going to be hopefully learning a lot. You know, it's and there's a bunch of changes. If you haven't checked out the last couple of posts, I've kind of given you guys a heads up of some of the changes. They're going to have a VIP program that launches. Paper Pumpkin website is going away and they're merging it. That's supposed to happen this month, but there's a lot of stuff going on, guys. It's a little bit overwhelming. And I'm excited about almost all of it. Just to be clear about that, I am, you know, I'm hoping that the new website makes it easier for all of us to navigate and find things. And then I'm hoping that they'll start working on the shopper's experience. I didn't cut that off at 5 and 8, but we'll see. You know? Actually kind of like this. Now I saw some people create some absolutely amazing mushroom cards using this pack of paper and this color palette. So next week may be very quiet. I might go live from the center of chaos, right? Because 4,000 people, and it's not really 4,000, it's like 3,200 or something like that. So 4,000 is a gross exaggeration. Okay, look at that. So we have a very elegant card, I feel. I could easily add a sentiment to this. And add a few little cute gems. I like doing my corners. This one doesn't really beg for a lot of pink. So there we go. So here, like I said, I was hoping to use all the card stuff up, but I'm clearly not going to use all the card stuff up. So with 2 kits, I have a layout. Connie, I don't think that you've seen this. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. So I have two layouts here. I've got nuts for the butterflies and a lot of swirling around. You can see there's 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 4 cards there, and 2 of the envelopes. And the envelopes, I use the arches to create my pockets. You can put pictures on them, or you can put journaling on either one. All right, so we have that. We also then have the original cards, which are these. And we've gone and made these. These are the ones that were inspired by Jennifer Smith. She's a Canadian demonstrator. There. And then we made this one. Yeah, we've gone totally crazy, you guys. So 3 cards. There's another card around here somewhere. There's the Z card. Oh, here it is, because I made a pocket card. Here you go. And I'll probably add in some sentiments because I have various sentiments in here that have a lot of different names or languages, I should say. But I can come in here and take and put a little, you know, one of those like sending loves or things like that. So I'll add sentiments. But today we're going to give away 3 of these cards. Or I have some sample paper cut up that is, it's card style, but you could use it in your scrapbooks. So you can choose. I have 3 numbers pulled up here over on the side. You can look at these amazing pretties. The card that you get will be a surprise. I need to add some sentiments. I have really liked the colors. So I pulled in the blackberry and I pulled in shoot, it's not pool party, but cabana. So I did pull in some other colors that were not part of the pack, for sure. Because this is like that bubble pink and this is the petunia. All right, we have a 7 from Connie. I need to remember to do more things like this in my insides of my cards, just because I can, like I have that extra piece of paper here. Ooh. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Are there only 3 of you left on here now? Connie, Regina, Dina. I think you are the only ones left. Oh my gosh, you're all going to be winner chicken dinners. Isn't that great? So everybody private message me through Facebook Messenger. Yeah, the blackberry turned out really pretty with that green. Oh, there's Jennifer. She popped in. Never mind. Got to take a look at this. All right. Yay, Jennifer. Glad you showed up. Sometimes I don't always see that. So if you guys see that other people are up, you know what? I have enough for everybody. So just send me a message and tell me if you would like to have paper or a card as your prize. So I have Connie, Regina, Dina, and Jennifer. Let me just type that in. And right now my mail is caught up if I had your address. Connie. Regina, don't shoot me for my spelling troubles with your name. I can't believe I got it all twisted up. And Jennifer Peterson. You guys are all my winners. Have a wonderful weekend, and remember that I will not be around the next week because I will be learning new things. Now, I might surprise you and just get on and say, hey, take a look at this. It's like amazing and crazy, because it will be crazy. And it's like the first time since 2000, and no, we didn't do 2019. Yeah, 2019 was the last live one that I went to in Utah. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Great weekend. I'll see some of you guys on Saturday.